Yeah. Okay. Nah, this for real sound like it. Fucking, that means turn it up, fool. Shit, this is it.
I'm free to change the world, to change the times. I'm free to change my life, to change my mind. I'm free to have hope, to have new ideas. I'm free.
Yo, welcome back to the Boys Gurus Boys Report. So it's been a while since I've chimed in, and I kind of wanted to let the whirlwind of the last couple days get past itself, so to speak, and then chime in with a clear head. And I actually wanted to see where the rest of the commentary was coming from. I just wanted to know what people thought about it, besides myself. I chimed in earlier on the wide receiver position, and so it didn't really shock me that this happened. What is good is, I like the move. I guess I'm going to come out and say it. I also like getting rid of this guy as well. He was pretty much useless once the retirement of Darren Woodson happened. He made the Pro Bowl on name alone. So I'm glad that he's gone. We signed Igor Olshansky, which has caused quite a stir on the positive side as far as Cowboy fans are concerned. And quite honestly, I'm like, well, yes, he's cheaper than Canty, but there must be a reason why he's that cheap. I mean, the production's there, but to me, there's got to be a reason for it. With that being said, we saved the money there. As far as that position's tied up now. We have a starter, so I'm happy. Going forward, I think we're going to see a lot less activity, and the spotlight's going to be kind of off of us, and I like that. I think if we can come out of nowhere a little bit and do it that way, and almost just restart everything, almost turn back the clock from pre-TO, okay, pre-TO, turn back the clock, and go from there. And that's kind of what we've done. We've kind of turned back the clock. We've gotten rid of some headaches, and we're almost like we're starting, because we were progressing. We're an upward progressing team, and now I think we're going to get back to that. I think we're going to get back to focusing on Romo, the quarterback position. That's the most important position on the field, not wide receiver, not divas. That's the most important position on the field. That is where we need to put our focus. We have three great running backs. I mean, they're all very good, and all three probably could start for NFL teams right now. So let's ride those guys. We got big hulking offensive line. We got two very good, talented receivers. We paid Roy Williams a ton of money and gave up a lot of draft pick compensation for his services. Let him do it. Let him do his thing. He wants to be a big boy. He wants to be an elite receiver. Now's your time to shine. He did a lot of talking, probably more talking than even T.O. So he needs to put his money where his mouth is. So I'm looking forward to seeing him take that challenge and progress into an elite receiver. I think he can be like a Plaxico for our team. Plaxico's not the quickest guy, but he uses his height very well, and I think Williams does that as well. I think Williams can run slants, so I'm pleased with that. Now, the one thing with the receiver position is everyone seems to think one of two things. One is Miles Austin is a superstar in the making, and he's going to man that other wide receiver slot and be really good. And then the second is almost the opposite of that, and that we have a glaring need at receiver. Who's going to replace T.O.? Oh my God, all this production is going to be gone. What do we do? And so I guess number one, Williams is that guy. And then number two, our 2 receiver is Patrick Creighton. It's not Miles Austin. Miles Austin has shown flashes, but he hasn't done it consistently. Creighton has, with the exception of that drop ball in the Giants playoff game. He's been solid, and he's a solid 2. Everyone is obsessed with putting him in the slot, and I don't even think he's a good slot receiver, but I don't think he's an exceptional slot receiver. I just think he's a good, solid wide receiver. He'll give us between 50 and 70 catches. He'll probably give us between 5 and 8 TDs, and probably between 500 and 800 yards, and that's solid, especially when you have Witten being the main guy. Now is Witten going to get a lot of double teams now that T.O.'s gone and Williams isn't going to get the same kind of respect? Maybe, maybe not. And if he does, so be it. So be it. I think we're going to see some more passes to the backs. That's what I'm really, really, really hoping for going forward, is getting our backs, particularly Felix Jones, in space, using him almost like Westbrook is used, and run those patterns and let him do his damage after the catch. I think Jones can be used like that. I really do. I think he's faster than Westbrook. He might not be as shifty, but maybe he is. I think there was some talk that he might even be the starter and have Barber come in and do the closer job, and I'm all over that. People say Felix Jones is small. He's not small. Is he a lead back? No, but we don't need a lead back. The 3-headed mud, there's nothing wrong with having 3 people carry the rock and get maximum production out of all 3 guys. So I'm really, really happy that I think that's where we're going to head. And then defensively, we added some guys. So I mean, the only thing that I'm looking for is a safety. I still think that that's a glaring need. And to be honest, I think that corner could be used as well, even though we got rid of Henry. So in the draft, there's some receivers with our first rounder that I really, really, really have my eye on, and I'm going to be going over that in the upcoming segments here. So we'll do a review of the 2006 draft. So that's going to come very soon. And then we'll go with the 2007 draft. And then, April's going to be coming around. And then we're going to really, dig into some of these prospects. We'll know who the Cowboys are visiting with. We kind of have an idea, but not much of an idea. So we'll know who they're visiting with. I don't think there's going to be too much left over on the free agency front. So I think what you see is what you get for now. What we add will be added through the draft. I'm not foreseeing anything more than what we've already done. And quite honestly, we filled needs. We filled glaring backup quarterback need, a glaring defensive end need, and we filled a glaring inside linebacker need, and then we got some depth with Stewart. So I'd give us a pretty solid grade. I wouldn't give us an A, but maybe a B, B- as of right now with the draft to go. So that's it for now. Like I said, 2006 draft review coming up next. Later.
Stuff. Yeah. Yeah. This one right here. Dedicate this.